Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video. Yes, we're back with a video talking about baseball. We didn't get a lot of moves this week, but we got a few, not really any big moves compared to last week, but still some moves that are worth talking about. I would like to make this a weekly thing where I go through the big moves that happen, the little moves. Every Sunday I will be dropping a video talking about every signing and trades, and I hope you guys will tune in weekly. So starting off with a very interesting move that I kind of like, but it's Oscar Gonzalez getting claimed by the New York Yankees. Oscar Gonzalez coming off an atrocious year. He's not a good defender. He strikes out a lot, but when he's at his best, he's a very clutch guy that can hit clutch home runs, as you saw 2 years ago when he was his rookie season. I think he's going to be a perfect fit for the Yankees, and if the Yankees can kind of tune him into a platoon guy, a bench bat, I think this could be a perfect fit for them. So all around, a very good move in my opinion. Now moving on to a very sneaky but good move from the Kansas City Royals. They have signed Garrett Hampson to a $2 million deal for 1 season. He's coming off probably one of the best seasons of his career. Miami, he played a very good role. I think he can slot in as your everyday second baseman. He's going to be a good fit with Bobby Witt, with all these young guys, Vinny Pasquantino, a team that, they can maybe compete if the young guys live up to what they need because of how weak the Central is. So a very good signing, and let's see if KC's going to make any more moves. Now we're moving on to a deal that doesn't mean much, but Austin Adams has signed a 1-year deal with the Mets. Mets made 3 moves this week, and this is probably the least important one. Austin Adams, a guy that's probably going to be one of the relievers in this bullpen, but not a big piece, a guy that may get released during the season if he doesn't perform. But if he does perform well, you can trade him, or he can become a good piece because he has some nasty stuff. So all around a good move. You don't lose anything. 1-year deals are always good deals because if they're bad, they're gone at the end of the season. If they're great, you can either trade them or they can be very good help for a team that wants to be in the playoffs. Now moving on to a move that I really enjoy for both parties. The Dodgers are nearing a deal to bring back Joe Kelly. I think this is a very good move for both teams. Joe Kelly was not very good with the White Sox last year, but when he went to the Los Angeles Dodgers, he kind of turned his season around. I think he's a very good pitcher, and he likes pitching in these big games, these big moments, these big teams. And I think he's a perfect fit for what the Dodgers need. He loves being there, I'm pretty sure. Now moving on to the Reds, who are finalizing 2 deals. One which is a $26 million 2-year contract with Nick Martinez. I think it has an opt-out for the first season. Nick Martinez, not the best pitcher, but a very good either back of the back of the rotation guy, or a long reliever / inning eater. I think he's going to be a good fit for this young team. He's a little old. I think it's a perfect fit for what the Reds needed. I think the GM said that he's going to be battling for a bullpen spot. Hopefully he makes it. I think it's a very good move for the Reds, spending money because they know that even the NL Central, not the best division, so they do have a chance. I think it's a very good move, but they also made a very, very good move, a reliever that I really like. They've signed to a $16 million 2-year deal, so $8 million a year, Emilio Pagan. I think Emilio Pagan's coming off a very good season with the Minnesota Twins. I think he's a very underappreciated. He can be really good at times. He can be really bad. And I know that Cincinnati's more of a hitter-friendly ballpark, but I think Emilio Pagan's going to be able to fit perfectly there. Moving on to the Mets now, who, as I talked about earlier, they made 3 moves. I talked about one. There's 2 left. One's being a 1-year contract to Joey Wendell. Joey Wendell, I think it's a very good pickup. He's coming off probably the worst season of his career, and even with Miami, he was not exceptional. But I remember when he was with the Rays and he was playing against the Blue Jays, he was the guy that would always come up clutch when his team needed him. I was like, oh no, not Wendell. So I hope he can rekindle the fire with the Mets. He's signing a 1-year, $2 million contract with a performance bonus of $500,000. I think it's a very good move. I think he's going to be taking over the platoon role that they had with Guillorme, and maybe just give McNeil that everyday second base spot. I think it's a very good move. And again, another 1-year deal that you don't really lose anything with this. If he's good, okay. If he's bad, okay. Who cares? With the Mets, that you don't really know what their future entails, I think this is a very good move. Not a big move, but it's a guy that you need in a winning team. Now moving on to probably the best move that the Mets have made so far this offseason. They haven't made many, but this is by far their best so far. Signing Luis Severino to a 1-year, $13 million contract is an absolutely incredible deal. Again, a 1-year deal on a guy that's ceiling is a around 3 ERA and his floor being, 5. But if he has a 5 ERA, you keep him all year, and then you just let him go, or you just release him and give him to another team. If he's having a great year, you can either ship him if you're not in contention for probably a good package, or you keep him because you're going to the playoffs and he's a playoff horse when he's into it. Now moving on to probably my favorite move so far of the offseason, and some people are going to really like it, some people are going to really dislike it. I'm the guy that really likes it. Milwaukee has reportedly reached a contract extension with Jackson Chourio for $82 million. I think it's over 8 seasons with 2 club options for $25 million. Jackson Chourio, I think he is known as the number 2 prospect in MLB pipeline, but he's for sure a top 3 prospect, whoever's making their list. 19 years old, has already played AA, has already played AAA, has played well in AA. I think he's struggling in AAA if I'm not wrong. This guy is sky's the limit. He has so much potential. He can be a future superstar in my opinion. And at 19, if they're giving this contract, it's because next year he's going to be in the MLB. And I think he's going to be a front runner for that Rookie of the Year award. I really love Jackson Chourio. I think, as I said, sky's the limit, and having to pay this guy about like $10 million a year for a guy that in 5 years could be worth like $20 million can be an absolute steal. Let's say in 8 years, a final year of his contract, he's going to be I think he's going to be 28. He's going to be 28. He's probably going to be their best player on their team. He's probably going to be worth $30 million. And you're going to be paying 10, so you're going to be saving 20 million. And even his club option for I think year for age 29 and 30 is just 25 million. So you're going to be paying 50 million for 2 years for a guy who probably should be making in the 60s to 70s for those 2 years. If everything goes well, this can be an absolute steal, kind of like with the Ronald Acuna, Ozzy Albies type. I've seen that a lot of teams are now interested in signing these young guys. As I said, like Acuna, Albies, Luis Robert. I think that teams should think about it, but wait, one day it's going to flop in a team's face. But this guy, I don't think he's going to be a flop. I think he's going to be a stud. For me, he's my favorite. He's my favorite prospect in all of baseball because of the tools that he possesses. But I'm saying that he has a chance of being, as I said, elite, and I really hope he does. Apart from that, I don't think there has been any other signings or any other deals. There's a lot of rumors and stuff, but I don't want to indulge in all that. I want to really keep this series that I will be doing weekly on the signings, the trades, and these were the moves that happened this week. I'll see you guys all next Sunday for whatever happened. I feel like it's going to be a big week that's coming, so hopefully next week it's going to be a longer video. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like. Please subscribe. Please leave a comment with what your favorite move of the week was. Tell me what you're excited to see in baseball, who you want to see sign where. And as for always, if I forgot somebody, if I forgot a deal, if I forgot a trade, just leave it in the comments and I'll try to get to it in the next video. I thank you all, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.